Welcome to the show. This is Big Reptile Talk. I'm Big Derek. We got MegaConda in the building. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. Excited to have you. Um, Before we even get into it, man, I feel like a lot of the viewers, they was like, you gotta ask. I'm gonna be disappointed if I don't already know the answer. What's your favorite movie? It's got to be
Favorite
Anaconda.
movie? Actually, no, I hate
Anaconda.
that movie.
What?
Yeah.
What's your favorite movie?
I have no idea. I just don't like Anaconda because everyone thinks that's real and it's not. So I get a lot of
So
BS comments about it. So
So you feel like that movie kind of portrays them in a bad light, like just aggressive, want to jump on you,
yeah,
and that
everyone thinks we're gonna eat them and they get like 100 feet and just like no.
I'm
So
not, I'm not gonna lie. When I saw the first Anaconda and it actually ate Ice Cube, I was like, oh my god, that snake is 4,000 feet long. I never wanted to see one in my life. But that's totally not true. So okay,
right.
now I'm curious now. Just estimate approximately in your personal collection right now, how many animals do you have right now?
How many animals do I have? Probably about 80.
80 animals.
Yeah, close to it or something like that. Yeah.
I almost got 10, and that's a lot, but you got 80. I'm jealous. You got a lot of stuff. You got a lot of stuff. Now, I want to know why anacondas. What draws you to that certain snake?
Honestly, I have no idea. I just got one as like a teenager off Craigslist, and I just kind of stuck, and I got more.
So you got your
So
first one off Craigslist.
yeah, that's actually Puppy, my big one. So still have her.
Okay, okay. Now, I think you're one of the dopest keepers in the game,
Thank
and I'm kind of curious. Who inspires you? Like, who's some of your favorite keepers that you look up to?
you. I don't really know. I've been around so long. I just kind of know everyone. I grew up with like knowing people, and just I don't know. I learned a lot from like a lot of different people.
Okay,
So
okay. Now I know that now this was a while back. You got some game from Brian Barczyk. That's the face of the hobby, and I feel like you're big to get Brian Barczyk to reach out to you and want to get to know you. Like, explain to me how that came about. Like, how did that make you feel? Him reaching out to you.
that was a long time ago. I don't know. It was kind of around the same time that show Eaten Alive was being filmed and like put out there and everything. And so like I had the reputation of having really nice anacondas, and he just kind of wanted to show the nice side of it instead of Eaten Alive. So it's kind of like a thing with that.
Okay. Do you kind of still keep in touch with him a little bit?
When I see him around, I'll say hi and stuff, but no, I don't really talk to him all that often.
Okay. Now, with having 80 animals in your collection approximately, do you ever see yourself getting into the venomous part of the hobby? And if not, like, why not?
Well, where I live, I can't own venomous, so probably not. I don't know. I just don't really see the risk in it. Like, I love them. I like going out and like finding stuff, like rattlesnakes and everything. But I don't think I'll want to keep them because with me, I kind of want to hold things too much, and I will probably get myself into some trouble.
Okay, that makes sense. So you don't want to get into the venomous because you can't really like pick them up. You're going to get bit. That makes
Right.
sense.
I mean, I
Now,
know not to hold them, but at the same time, it's just like I don't know. I also can't own them where I live, so I just don't want to risk it.
oh, so they got a law just where
Yeah,
you live is no venomous.
yeah.
If you touch a venomous snake, you going to prison.
Kind of. I mean, you can get permits and stuff, but it's just a headache, and I'd rather just not do it. I'm happy with what I have.
Okay, that makes sense. I'm happy with what I have too, but I always want more. Now, with you having so many animals, you got to talk to me about the worst bite you ever took, and what was it like?
Um, I haven't really had a bad one. I mean, I've had them where they like bite my arm or something, and like it'll get a vein, and the whole arm will just kind of turn black from it. I can tell you the scariest moment I've had with one, but it wasn't really that bad of a bite.
Okay, what's the scariest moment?
An 11-foot, really aggressive one I have. Did not want me to take her out of her cage to clean her, so putting her back was a struggle, and she turned around and bit my thigh from like right above my knee to almost my hip, and ripped a pair of Levi work jeans I had on, and left a couple holes and the whole leg bruised.
You mean to tell me you didn't have an anaconda hanging from your hip?
Yeah, kind of.
What?
She let go. She didn't do anything, and she just bit and let go. But
okay, I like that's crazy. That's interesting to know. Now let's dive into your Instagram. Like, how does it make you feel knowing that you about to hit 70,000 subscribers? Like 70,000 people want to see what you're doing. How does that make you feel?
I don't know. I'm doing what I'm doing. I don't pay attention to that too much. So
I'm not gonna lie. If I had 70,000 followers, you couldn't tell me nothing. I'd be like, I'm a celebrity.
I think there's more on Facebook, to be honest. I think Instagram's second.
How many is on your Facebook?
I don't know. Let's look.
Let's look. I'm curious. Let me see. Everybody's in the chat. How's everybody doing? Thank y'all for being here. And my friend, my Animal House said when you online and you 30,000 plus, you considered an online celebrity.
I guess. So on Facebook, if it wants to load.
Oh, we got time. Take your time. Ain't no rush.
I have no idea. So there's 78,000 who like the page, 120 who follow the page.
120,000 people that follow. Like, how does that don't make you give you a sense of pride? Look at that.
So I don't know. I mean, it's cool. It's nice. I mean, I don't really, like I said, I don't pay too much attention to it. I kind of just I'm doing my own thing. I post what I post, and I just, yeah. I try to be educational with it.
Try to be educational with it. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. You know, take that negative stigma away from snakes and bring people into the hobby. I love that you say you want to be educational with it. Now, with all your animals, talk to me about some of the stuff that you're currently breeding right now. And, you know, are you doing any breeding?
Yeah, I've got a pair of greens breeding right now. They're actually in this cage, kind of like doing their thing. They're like wrapped. They're literally like wrapped up like it's a breeding ball. There's 2 males and a female in there. Like I'm kind of like looking at them, watching them. But yeah, because it's like right next to the camera, kind of. So it's like right there. So
right now with your breeding, do you just kind of do it as a hobby? Or are you actually on like morph marking? Not said morph marking. Are you on morph market actually like selling anacondas?
I haven't really posted any on morph market for sale. I kind of sell out before I can really take them to shows or like do anything. Like people just contact my page, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I have a morph market thing. I've sold other things on there like retics and stuff like that. But no, the anacondas, I do it. I started doing it just because I wanted to try and do it to begin with, just to prove I could. And then I did. And then I did it again. And I have actually been pretty successful with it. So I like doing it. They kind of pay for themselves at a certain point too. So I'm not like using my paycheck to go pay for them. Like
right.
Breeding and selling like pays for themselves. So it's a nice hobby that kind of balances itself out.
So you mean to tell me when you breed anacondas, you can't even get them online? They already sold before you.
Yeah, kind of.
Try and sell them.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, I like that. Now, Iron Dog Reptiles said he thinks your brother is into retics. He's in the snake hobby, right?
Yeah, my brother does retics, mostly retics. He started doing lizards a couple years ago. He's doing quite a few lizards now. He also breeds rats and everything for feeders and sells those around. So like he's my main rodent supplier.
Right. Now, DNG Reptiles, because we're going to answer some of their questions. He wants to know approximately how many babies are in the clutch of an anaconda.
So it depends on the female. So first time females tend to give like small numbers. Bigger females who've had more will give more. So like it can be in between like 5 to like 30 or more. It all depends on size, age, and like all that.
Right. Now, because I'm infatuated with these anacondas, and I'm gonna tell you something. I always thought certain animals was out of reach unless you had a lot of money, and I'm gonna tell you what I mean. For instance, I never thought you could buy a tiger until I seen Tiger King. I was like, damn, folks is out here really buying tigers, And then I was like, I seen the movie Anaconda, and I was like, okay, you can only see an anaconda in the zoo. And then I see MegaConda. I'm like, she out here buying anacondas like it's nothing. So talk to me about the price. Is it astronomical? Is it doable? If I was looking to get an anaconda, what am I going to spend?
I mean, it all depends. So like the housing situation of them, as babies it's cheaper, as adults it gets more, because like I built all my own cages basically except one stack cage which I'm actually going to replace because I don't like these cages. But so you gotta keep in mind, like if you're gonna build a cage, or like cage cost, heating, all that stuff, feeding, as adults it gets pricey. But I don't know, as a baby, like first expense would just be the baby, and then just trying to provide for it for the rest of his life.
So give me the insight. Approximately, how much would a baby anaconda run me? Just if I wanted to buy the snake.
I saw them for
1,400. That's not that bad. That's actually not bad as I thought it was.
No.
That's a lot of money though.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good business. I need to breed me some anacondas. Quit working.
They're not easy to breed. I mean, there's only a handful of people doing it, I think.
Okay, so they're a little harder to breed now.
Yeah. They take a long time to grow up too. So females take about 6 years, males take about 3, and females can only breed every 2 years. So It's a long process.
But the end reward sounds amazing.
Yeah. It's just exciting to see babies and like you've like accomplished something that you've like wanted to do. So
right.
That's what's fun.
Right now, with you having 80 plus animals and you have met Brian Barczyk, is your collection at your house? And if it is, I'm wondering, have you ever thought about opening up like a reptarium like Brian Barczyk, like the MegaConda?
No, I'm happy with having them just here, like private collection, because like I'm not big on like showing off a lot of things, so I kind of like just keeping them to myself.
That makes sense. Don't want too many people knowing what you got.
I mean, not that. It's just I don't know. I just like having it to myself. I mean, I have like my friends over and stuff, but I don't know. I'm just not huge on being like showing off to everyone and stuff. So plus, like a store setting, it's kind of different. You got to worry about like things coming and going, and like so you get protect yourself with like mites and stuff like that. So you gotta. It's more risky to do something like that.
Right. Now, with you having the massive following that you have, have you ever met any crazy fans?
I don't know about crazy. I mean, people want to take pictures with you, which is a little bit weird because I don't really see myself as having a following. But I mean, that's cool.
Yeah. When do they take pictures, like out in public, or when you're at like reptile expos?
At shows and stuff. I mean, I have randomly had people recognize me, like not in like a reptile show setting, which is very unusual because like I'm not used to that at all. Then it's more like, hey, you're another reptile person. Like, cool. It's like I'm not the only weirdo here.
So you mean like when you're out in public, somebody was like, "That's MegaConda," you like?
Yeah, I walked into a Petco one time to buy dog food, and the cashier recognized me.
I'm jealous.
I was like, how do you know who I am? I was like, I'm just buying dog food. Like,
so you walked in Petco, you was like, I'm here to get some dog food, and it was like, your total $7.99, MegaConda.
He kind of. They were like, "Are you Megan?" I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "You have all the snakes and anacondas?" I was like, "Yeah." They're like, "Oh, I follow you." I was like, Okay, cool. I'm super awkward. If you meet me in person, I'm super awkward. I'm kind of just like, okay, cool. Nice to meet you.
Right now, talk to me about being a woman in the hobby. You know, some of the hurdles that you had to face. Have you ever met anybody that's just like, oh, she don't know what she's doing. She's a woman. You know, what's some of the harder parts of being a woman in the hobby?
I mean, all the time people think, I have big snakes and stuff. Like I can't handle them and do what I do. It's like there's always that stigma of like a woman not being able to do things with like bigger animals because we're skinnier or we're like smaller, like muscle mass, and it's like it's not true. It's how you handle it. Like I posted a video the other day of me holding one of my big ones, and like it was like nothing. So I don't know. You kind of have to prove them wrong most of the time.
I love that. You hating on me, I'm gonna prove you wrong. I love that. That's motivational. I love that. I love that. Iron Dog said that albino green anaconda you got is beautiful, and your black dragon monitor is awesome. You see that? People in the chat know you.
Yeah.
And my Animal House said, "Let's see some snakes," and I said, "We're gonna do that at the end. You ain't got to do like a whole bunch, but at least like one. Okay. At the end now." Talk to me about your family feelings. And what I mean by that is, I know your brother's into it, but how does your whole family feel? Like, I have 10 snakes at my house. My mom's like, I'm never coming to your house. And she won't. She was like, no. Like, how's your family? They're like, let's go. We're going to Megan house. We want to see some snakes.
No. Me and my brother kind of just grew up always having something or like going out and catching stuff. And like, my dad was kind of all for it, showing us like how to catch stuff and like not hurt things growing up, but he wouldn't really touch things. My mom was terrified until a few years ago, and now whenever like I'm out of town, my mom will come check on things for me and like make sure she won't take them out, but she'll make sure they're okay in their cage.
So she'll come look at them, but she ain't putting her hand in there to change no water.
Unless they have to be, but then again, I also have my brother who I can call come do that too. So he's, more experienced.
Okay. Now with your YouTube channel, I know that you're on YouTube. I follow you on there too. Can we expect any collaborations? Are there anybody that you want to kind of, do some videos with in the near future?
Yeah, probably. I don't post too much on YouTube. I don't know why. I'm really bad in front of the camera. So like I don't do too much. I do have a couple of videos planned, which I don't really want to say what they are right now, but I do have some planned. Other than that, I don't know.
So they plan. You don't got to tell us about that. But are you gonna if you could collaborate with anybody, who would it be? That's what I should say. That
I don't know. I don't know. I've kind of been in a lot of people's videos and stuff, not on my channel, but like other channels. Like I've kind of already done those collabs in a way. Just, I don't know. Like I said, I don't post too much on my YouTube. Like I'll make a video here and there and stuff. And like, I don't know. It's just.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, Joe Shaliner. Shout out to Joe, man. That's the owner of Venom Proof Cages. This is an ad. No, I'm just kidding, but good dude right there. Now, with having 80 plus animals, how long does it take you to clean all that? Like for me, cleaning is insane. And I got almost like 10 animals maybe. And my lady's like, you clean a lot. Yes, I clean because it's a process. Approximately, how long does it take you to do cleaning day?
I don't really do cleaning days. Like I'll come home from work and like see what's dirty and what needs to be cleaned and like do that. So I just kind of stay on top of it. So it's not like I have a cleaning day where I do everything. I'll just kind of see what's dirty that day and clean it, and then next day see what's there and just kind of go from there.
So you just kind of like spot clean. It's like, as long as you stay on it, you ain't got to worry about it.
Exactly, yeah. So like, okay. I mean, I'll clean probably one or two of the big guys every other day or something, just because like that's what they do. They mess it up. But like water bowls probably almost every day on most of them, just because. But that's simple and easy. Yeah. It's not like pulling everything out to do it, but
that water bowls is that's one of the most important things. That's got to be done every day, if not every other day, but I prefer every day. Now, I got to ask this: you leaving your mark in the hobby. You know, you doing some incredible stuff. So I want to know this, and you might have to think about it.
Okay.
Now, if you was to pass away, Lord forbid you don't, and they, you know, I ain't trying to say nothing bad on you, but if you was to pass away, and they was like, we're gonna do the MegaConda movie, who's gonna play you?
I have no idea. I've never even thought of like that in my life. I don't
You,
know.
you should now hear what you do. You have to say, if somebody ever asks you that, you say, you know what, Steve Irwin's wife.
Bindi, actually.
You said who?
Bindi Irwin would probably have to do it. Not Steve Irwin's wife. His kid.
His kid, Bendy.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, you know what? If right now somebody said you're going to see that MegaConda biofilm, I go watch it right now.
All right.
I say because she's doing some stuff right now that is mind blowing. Okay, now let's talk about. You know, a lot of people don't understand this when they get into the big snakes. We're gonna talk about SHIT, and what
Oh God.
I'm gonna tell you now. Let me tell you something. When I first got into the hobby, I was doing like, I was just beginning. I was doing like small colubrids, corn snakes, ball pythons, and of course I kind of graduated. I'm Amazon tree boa, the biggest snake that I ended up getting, I haven't had them very long, maybe like 6 or 7 months. I ended up getting a carpet python. It's the biggest snake I ever got. And, it didn't occur to me that the bigger the snake, the bigger the shit. And so I'm at work one day, and my fiance calls me, and she said, "Derek, did you shit in this snake's cage?" I said, "Nah, babe." She said, "When you get home, you need to look at this." And I looked and I said, "Oh my God, this the most biggest shit I've ever seen in my life." So, talk to me about a shit from an anaconda. How big is it?
Well, they love to just put it in their water bowl, which makes for easy cleanup. But it depends. A lot of the time they'll do it and then kind of squish it. So before you can even like see its full size, it's squished because they'll sit on it. Other times I've had it like bigger than my hand, so like they're pretty big.
They in there shit basketballs.
Kind of, yeah.
What? Whoa, that's crazy.
I mean, retics will do it too. Any like big snake will do that.
Right. Now, with you having 80 plus animals, talk to me about an animal that you don't think you would get? Because you didn't got so much stuff. Is there something that you want, but you're like, you know what, maybe I can't get it right. I don't think I can get it.
I don't know.
No, okay.
I mean, there's things I want still, but
okay.
I've also had a lot of stuff, so I don't know.
Okay, now with having so many big snakes, feeding them, I know it gets expensive. Are you breeding rabbits? Like how are you feeding all these anacondas?
So my brother has connections with like pig farm and like rabbit farms, so he buys a bunch, and then we'll sell them and stuff. So I just get my stuff from him.
Oh, okay. So you got to go to the pig farm to feed your snakes.
Pig farm, rabbit farm, because there's like rabbit farms around here that breed for like lab testing and stuff. So whatever they don't sell to the labs, they'll sell to like snake people.
Okay. That is something to think about. Now, with you having so many snakes, and you probably can't tell me. You can be like, you know what, I can't tell you. But when are we gonna get some herping videos?
I have no idea. I don't know. Like I said, I don't film a lot of videos all that often. I just kind of do my own thing. And if I do go out looking for stuff, I don't really film it. I'm kind of more trying not to get bit by something.
So it's more just kind of hanging out in your reptile room and showing some cool stuff along the way.
Yeah, I mean, I'll like if I go find something and I actually do find something, like I'll actually just like get my GoPro out and like film it for a second, but I don't do like full videos of things.
Right now, with you having anacondas, how do the reptile bans, do they scare you? Because like in Florida, they ban a lot of invasive stuff, and anacondas are invasive. I don't think you can. I think they're from South America. Do they? Are you nervous about them ever going down that road and banning anacondas?
Um, yeah, but I don't see. Here's the thing with the ban that's going on right now is like they're trying to make it so you don't cross state lines. I don't think they're gonna fully outlaw it in your state. I think you just can't cross state lines. So eventually, like what that would do is kind of what you have is what you have in that state, and it just kind of slowly the number of them goes down over the years, and then eventually you just can't get any more in or out. So I think that's where it's kind of headed. I mean, I hope it doesn't happen because like I love these animals and like it's what I like doing. Yeah, it's a little nerve wracking thinking that could happen.
Yeah.
So
I'm kind of to that point with these reptile bans. I'm like, these senators, they have their mind made up. I'm not saying don't go out and fight and support USART. I'm all for that. But I'm to the point like I don't care. Do what you want. I'm not getting rid of my stuff. Just because you ban something, that don't mean that they're gonna stop making it. They still gonna be there. If I gotta go hurt and get 50 snakes, I'm gonna get them. I'm just kind of over it. Now, what was your first big snake? Was it the anaconda or was it like a retic? What was your first big snake that just you was like, this is it? I got it. I'm gonna take this and just run with it.
I mean, I grew up with like a ball python and like a boa. When I was like a teenager, my brother and I started getting into berms and retics. I was like 15 when I got my first anaconda, but we already had berms and retics at the time.
Right. So, now, if someone was looking to get into, handling and dealing with anacondas and wanting to own one, what's some advice you could give them?
I say start with a baby. That way you can kind of grow with it. They can be kind of bitey as babies, but like the more you handle them, the nicer they get. Like that's just what I did with mine. Like that's proof, like right there. Like I can pull one out right now and it'll be fine.
Right.
So I just start with a baby. Don't jump right into it just because you want something big right away. It's usually not going to be what you want. You kind of have to make them what you want, which is, like I said, handling them all the time. So
now, please tell me. I don't know if you watch Chandler's Wildlife, but he has 2 anacondas, and they are hilarious. I think they're yellow anacondas, and every time he takes them out, they bite him on the arm. It's so hilarious. Have you ever seen him handle his anacondas?
No, but yellows kind of have that reputation. Yellows, in my experience, yellows are way more aggressive.
Yeah, well, I recommend after we get off this interview, you go check out Chandler's channel and watch him pull out his yellow anacondas. It's so funny. I'll be laughing. I'm in tears laughing when I watch him take out his yellows. Now, with you having such the following that you have, when can we expect some MegaConda merch?
I mean, I have shirts. You can buy shirts.
Oh, I need that. Oh yeah, I need that. Where can I get that from?
Just send me a message on Facebook or Instagram. So yeah.
Oh yeah, I need a MegaConda shirt. Oh, for sure. I'm gonna be messaging you now. Have you had any other scares? And what I mean by that is, I'm gonna tell you a scare I had. I had just got my carpet python, and my fiance was in the living room, and I'm in my little snake room, and I had it around my neck, and it grabbed me. I said, "Oh, honey, it got me. Come in here right now. It got me." And she said, "Well, unwrap it. Have you ever had a scare, when you were working with them? And when you're working with them, are you by yourself, or do you have somebody there to help you, or they're so tame you don't need nobody?"
Well, no, I do have a couple aggressive ones. I didn't raise those ones, but I have them. Usually there's someone within like earshot of me that can come help, but usually, I mean, I've got it under control myself. You just gotta know what you're doing and like how to handle them and like really read their body language. So
right.
That's the most important thing is like knowing how to read them and like try to predict what they're gonna do. And
right.
prepare yourself. So
now talk to me about, because you breed them. Talk to me about male anacondas in heat, like when they're ready to breed. How hard are they to handle when they're ready to breed?
They're actually not bad at all. Like, well, like I said, depends if you're working with a nice one or an already aggressive one. So they just kind of don't want to be touched when they're like in breed mode, but they don't really do too much besides just kind of like flick you off. Pretty much, they just kind of like just twitch, and they're like, no, I don't want to do that. The females can be a little more violent with their like don't touch me's. Like they just kind of just like, nope, don't touch me, and they'll throw your hand away. Like it's a little more forceful.
Okay, now I feel like you're an expert when it comes to the bigger snakes. And of course, a anaconda is not a good beginner snake. So I want you to, for my people that are watching, recommend a good big beginner snake that's not as hard as an anaconda. What would you think it would be?
I mean, I'd say if you want to like define what you call big, because like people consider like red tail boa as big too, because they can get like 7 feet, 8 feet, depending on whatever.
Something like a retic. You think a retic would be a good first beginner big snake?
No. Retics are very food aggressive. They can be very flighty, and they're very quick. If you're gonna get like a big snake, I'd say go with a berm.
A berm?
Like yeah. Now berms are the meanest babies, but they calm down to be like the sweetest adults. It's weird. I've never dealt with snakes that are more aggressive than baby berms, but the nicest adults most of the time.
Okay.
So
go with
yeah, they just kind of calm down on their own most of the time too. Most of the time, not every time. A lot of the time they do.
Okay, so a berm. Okay, I'm looking at that because I've been wanting to get something a little bigger. Now, talk to me about, because you said there is stuff that I want to get, and that's mind blowing. You already got 80 plus. You know, what are some of your plans for acquisitions? You know, something that you want to get down the road.
I mean, I'd like some more monitors. Like, I kind of want a Bell's lace monitor. That's something I'd probably get sometime down the road. I don't know, stuff like that. Maybe another Croc monitor. Who knows?
Okay. Now, while we're here, you know, because I said I wasn't going to keep you long, maybe 30, 40 minutes. I like to keep people a little bit of time to let them go about their life. Before we actually leave, can we see some stuff? Like, you know, you ain't to get the biggest thing. Oh, that is something that I want to know. What's your biggest anaconda that you have in your collection right now?
That would be Puppy, my big female. She's 13 feet, about 120 pounds. I posted a video the other day of me holding her.
I seen that. 13 feet, a 13 foot anaconda. I'm 6 foot, so that's double the size of me. That's crazy. Like for me, video don't do it justice. That's something that I actually want to see in person one day.
Not even like the longest snake I have. Like I have retics that are longer. They're just not as impressive because they're so much skinnier. The skinnier snake.
Okay, now
biggest.
Now you ain't got to get nothing out super big because you know I don't know if you buy you. What can we see something? We got to see an anaconda.
Sure. Let me.
We about to see an anaconda.
What?
I said we about to see an anaconda.
There you go.
Look at that. Pup. Hold on, let me solo you because I want to get the full kind of like the full picture. Oh, let me see something. Solo layout. Now that's not Puppy. Now what's the name of that one?
This one is Pickles. She is a baby from Puppy.
A baby from Puppy. That's a baby snake. Look at that, y'all. Well, anaconda.
About 3 years old.
Gorgeous. Now, what's the name of that yellow one? Is that one That's not Puppy, is it? The yellow one? What's the yellow one you got?
The yellow one, that's the T-positive albino.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Now, is she pretty tame?
Yeah, for the most part. She doesn't really like being pushed, so if you handle her too much, she kind of gets a little agitated. But for, like, cleaning and, like, holding her for a second, she's okay.
Okay.
She has bits, though.
I love that. Now, are you my fiance said, "Oh wow." Now, can we see it? Can we see a monitor now?
I don't really want to take them out.
Hey, don't do that. Don't do that then. Don't do that.
I had them out yesterday, and I'm all cut up from it yesterday. So.
The real fans said they want to see Barkley. Who is Barkley?
That's my dog.
Jesse Pop. Silly. Okay, now can we at least see one more snake?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
What do you want? You want to see another anaconda, or like what do you want to see?
Oh yeah, I want to see an anaconda, and then after that, one of your retics.
Get in the cage. Okay. We can do a smaller anaconda.
Yeah, for sure.
So this is a year-old male.
Gorgeous. Hold on, let me. Hold on. A year-old male anaconda, everybody. Gorgeous. And just as tame as can be. You're excellent at what you do.
Thank you.
Of course.
And then I can pull out a retic too.
Yeah, well, let's see. Look at everybody. He's gorgeous. Yes, he is.
So he's pretty cool. He's always been kind of calm. He kind of just was born calm. Get in there. And then, what kind of retic do you want to see?
Whatever one you could let us see.
I mean, I got a cow, a super phantom. I have a pied that's actually in shed.
Oh, can I see the cow?
Yeah.
Joe said, "Isn't it weird how anacondas grow so slow for like 3 years, then explode?"
Yeah.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
So this is a young cow. I have a bigger one too, but he's a little hard to show on screen. Do you know why they call them cows? Because they get spotting.
Yeah, those spots. Mm-hmm.
There's the bigger spot on this one.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm jealous of your collection. Now, talk to me about your collection. I know you have snakes, monitors. What else is in your collection? You ain't got to say everything. Just kind of give me like a broad idea.
Just snakes, a couple monitors, and I got 2 pancake tortoises.
Pancake tortoises.
Yeah.
Man, I never thought I'd get into turtles, but it's a lot of people out there with them.
Yeah, they're cool. Go back in your cage.
Now, for the people that are watching, with you being a woman in the hobby, I want you to give some advice to the women that are wanting to follow in your footsteps, that want to be in the hobby just like you.
What advice do they want exactly?
Just tell them, just keep going, do what follow their dreams, give them some of that motivational stuff.
I mean, don't let anyone tell you can't do it just because you're a girl. Like, I've had that the entire time where I've had people tell me, like, oh, she's a girl, she's not gonna be strong enough to handle them, or like, oh, they're gonna eat her when they're adults, and like, it's not true. But you just gotta prove them wrong. Just kind of keep doing. Basically, just ignore what everyone says. Just kind of do your own thing.
I'm gonna tell you something before we get off of here. I love how you address your haters. So I'm gonna tell you something. I was in your comments yesterday, and I was just reading them, and I think it was the one where you had that big old green anaconda out, and it was like, the snake's going to eat you, it's going to kill you, and you was like, I think I'll be all right. And I was like, I love that comeback. I was like, you tell them. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know. I get sarcastic sometimes, and it's fun. So
I love how you deal with your haters, man. Because in the hobby, everybody has them. Brian Barczyk has them. Mm-hmm. Everybody that's doing something, you're going to have haters, and it's just how you deal with them. I think when you deal with yours, it's fun to watch, man. So I just want you to know you're doing good stuff.
I just have fun with it. Like, I don't take them seriously. I just, like, if I see something, I'll just like, I will respond and be like, let's see if we can get a laugh out of it.
I did. I laughed. It was like, you shouldn't be doing that by yourself. It's gonna eat you. And he was like, I think I'll be all right. I was cracking up.
Yeah.
So first off, because like I said, I only hold people 30, 40 minutes. I want to thank you for hopping on with me. I want to say you're amazing, and I hope that I can keep in touch. Not right now, but later down the road, I want to do like a woman's roundtable with some of the dopest women in the hobby. Like I've already had Savannah Boyne on my channel from Gatorland. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, no, she. I've met her. She's been out here quite a bit. She actually, when I met her, she was working out here at Prehistoric. So that was like probably 10 years ago. I've known
Right.
her for a while.
So I'm wanting to do like a reptile roundtable with some of the dopest women in the hobby, like her, you. Next week, Lori Barczyk is coming on my channel to hang out. I want to get like all three of y'all on and just hang out. I think that would be so dope. So I hope I can keep in touch if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Excellent, excellent. Before I end my show, we have adult community that I'm a part of. I always do shout outs. Y'all in here watching, I appreciate you. So first off, shout out to Iron Dog, My Animal House, Venom Wonderful, Desert Wolf, Kurtwood, Ball Python Love, Josue's Exotics, Reese's Pythons, KY Constrictors, Cold Blooded Monstars, Doug, Sonoran Herp Haven, Intel, Nikki, Lady Sula, just everybody, man. I'm in the dope community. Y'all make sure y'all go check them out. Miss MegaConda, don't leave yet. I'm gonna end this. Tomorrow, hopefully y'all tune in. 12:30 in the afternoon, I'm gonna bring primitive predators to the live stream. So I hope y'all tune in, man. I appreciate all y'all for watching. We out of here. This is Big Reptile Talk, man.